Hello everybody.
Good evening.
We're going to leave the picture around on the screen for...
Hello everybody. Good evening.
Sorry, bit of feedback. That's our own video. Yeah, I'll leave the picture around on for a couple of minutes.
Should we use this time to tell everybody what happened with my willies today?
No, but what we should use this time for is to announce that last week's winner was not actually last week's winner. So we thought that Tequila Mockingbird had won because they had actually counted their score in good time. And then about 35 minutes later, Charlie's Angels counted their score and turns out they actually won with 57 points.
So the guest round we announced is now written by Alison of Charlie's Angels.
No, Alison and Rob.
Alison and Rob.
Yeah. So this week, we'll get to that later, but this week only one of Charlie's Angels will be taking part in the geography and history round. Anyway, I need to fix this. So let's bing. There we go. Hello.
Hi. What? You started to say something?
Yeah, it's because I've making a bit of a mess of this. There we go. Right. Yeah, anyway, same crack as always. We are sponsored by Seriously Fish. We've got, again, I think we've got about 14 or 15 teams playing this week. The usual suspects. I don't know if we've got any new players. I don't know.
Just checking who's in.
Yeah, let us know. Give us your team names in chat as well. Team Geordie Jeans are back. Charlie's Angels, the Nerds, Miserable Gits, the Meldrews. Got some competition from miserable people apparently.
Who are the Meldrews?
That's Adele and AJ.
Oh. Are they usually called the Meldrews?
I think they were last week, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure about before that. So,
Itchy leather Cheerios. I don't know if that's inappropriate or not.
It probably
gets
is.
So confusing.
It probably is. Anyway, same crack as always. You need a pen and paper and a sense of humour. 6 question rounds, 1 picture round. Write the answers down as you go.
Feedback for the picture round already. Tracy thinks the picture round's really difficult this week.
Well, that's interesting actually, because I reckon what will happen is...
It'll be mixed, I think.
Yeah, I think it'll be very mixed. I think you'll get some people that get really good scores on it.
I tried to include a good mix of celebrities.
Yeah. So as usual, at the end of each round, if you please let us know your scores in the chat, and I think we'll just get straight in.
Yeah,
we'll just kick straight off. General knowledge, round 1, question 1. What is a mocker?
Does the answer for this one have to be verbatim to what you've got, or are we up for some flexibility?
I will kind of... there is a half-point potential answer for this question. I'll explain that at the end of the round when we do the answers. What is a mocker? Question 2. Which type of animal is a barramundi?
I didn't get a chance to try yours.
Barramundi.
Was I right in my guess that I've just written down?
No. I shall write it down for you.
Oh.
Question 2. Which type of animal is a barramundi? Barramundi. I can't remember which one. How you pronounce it. This is quiz 10, by the way.
Is it really?
This is our anniversary quiz.
10-week anniversary quiz.
But it's not really 10 weeks, though, is it? Because we did...
we missed a week.
Well, we missed a week, and we did, 2 quizzes per week for, 3 weeks, I think.
So 10 weeks, though.
No.
It'll be 10th quiz, but it's 10 weeks.
No.
No?
No, it's the 10th quiz.
Oh, 10th quiz.
Yeah.
Also, it's nowhere near 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I mean, interesting.
Question 3. How many eggs does the average chicken lay per year?
What defines an average chicken?
It's one that's exactly this big. No, it's statistical. A statistical average. How many eggs does the average chicken lay per year?
I'd like to have a few chickens. Does anyone that we know have chickens?
You'd get very upset when I ate them, though, wouldn't you?
You wouldn't eat them. Vinny might. I told everybody about what happened at the woods with Vinny today. Scary.
Vinny saw a rabbit and then nearly fell down a very steep cliff. I can't walk now. I haven't run after him, but that's all right.
You were very annoyed with him.
Question 4. Which travels faster, light or sound?
Tracy just said she likes my hair. I didn't realise it was any different to any other quiz.
Oh, right.
But thank you. Thank you for
that. I'm not going to say a thing.
No, because it would be mean if you said so.
It would be mean if I said I totally agree. I think it looks lovely. No, it would be mean because it would be sarcastic. Which travels faster, light or sound? Question 5. What does the W stand for in George W. Bush's name? Do you know the answer to this one? You can't say that on YouTube. Oh, right, okay. So 2 options, right? I thought you were saying...
Either right.
I thought that was of. It's a very lengthy and fun name. Dale says that Dale and Karen like my hair.
I was waiting for someone to say that. Oh, do you want some aloe vera for that burn?
That's not a bin.
It is a bin.
I mean, you can clearly see how
Dale,
there's
that
loads
was
of them.
brutal.
No, it wasn't a bin. I'm taking that as a genuine compliment. What does the W stand for in George W. Bush's name?
What? I was going to say something and then
I can see steam coming out your ears. What are you thinking about?
No, I was going to say because it was 2, wasn't it? Is he the younger one?
It's the same for both.
Is it? And it's the same middle name for both as well?
Sorry, no, he is the younger one, isn't he? Because I think it's a W. I don't know. Anyway.
Someone will know.
Question 6. Which Swedish word beginning is a term for a buffet-style meal?
What?
Now, this is one of those questions where you might think like, how am I ever going to know that? But when you see the answer, you'll go, oh, right. If you can think of any kind of Swedish food-related term for some stuff, that's it.
The only Swedish word I know is IKEA.
It's not a word though, is it? It's a brand.
It might be a word. I don't know if IKEA means something in Swedish. It might mean assembly. Or
I'm not going to read Dale's
furniture.
comment out that he's just put on YouTube because it's frankly offensive. Even with no hair, Dale, even with no hair, I'm still much more handsomer than you.
Much more handsomer?
Yep.
Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Then again, Dale is 104, so... Which Swedish word beginning is a term for a buffet-style meal?
Swedish word beginning?
Yeah, because it's like they add on to it.
In my head, all I can think of when I think of a buffet-style meal is picky tea.
What's the Swedish word for picky tea?
I don't even know anything in Swedish apart from IKEA. Stockholm.
Question 7. How many planets are in our solar system? Now, this is a mint question.
Because of Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yes, it is. Because of him.
Why are you giving clues away,
I'm not giving clues away. You didn't even know that. How's that a clue? You wrote this question and you didn't even know anything about Neil deGrasse Tyson's link to this.
Yeah, but I do. I understand why. Now, I didn't know it was him, but I understand why. And that's a clue.
It's him.
It's
him.
So you
Brutal what
How
he did.
many planets are in our solar system?
I'm just going to write down and check that I'm right in what I'm saying about him.
I'm just giving Dale hackies through the webcam.
Poor Dale. Ooh, speaking of Dale, I saw on Facebook, seen on Facebook, that Karen has been doing some gardening this week.
Oh, gardening. Yeah, gardening and baking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mentioned the baking already.
Right, look. Is that what he did?
Yes. Question 8. What is unusual about the tomato-based soup known as... Can you pronounce that for me?
Gazpacho.
Thank you.
Espanol.
There may be more than one unusual thing about it, but it's the kind of obvious one. Das.
See, I'm playing too. I'm playing this round too because normally what we do is we each write our rounds and then Duncan begrudgingly tries to answer my questions and I excitedly try and answer his. But I haven't had a chance to answer yours.
I've said this before on a number of occasions. I hate quizzes. I hate
Can you
quizzes
remember when we used to go to that quiz at Willow Farm in Cramlin? We
Yeah,
went a couple of
it,
times
yeah.
with my dad and Tanya.
No,
And-
I mean,
but
their
the
company was
prizes-
lovely.
The prizes were incredible.
Backtrack.
So if you answered like, they would do spot prizes in the middle of a round and there'd be a 40-inch plasma and so it was bizarre, wasn't it? And we won a couple of crates of beer that night when I played Play Your Cards Right.
Oh, yeah.
In the middle.
Yeah.
It was a good, really good quiz.
What is unusual
Probably
about
not
the
financially
tomato-based
sustainable.
soup known as...
Gazpacho.
Don't I say that a bit closer to the microphone?
Why?
Because you're not really doing it properly.
Gazpacho?
Okay, thank you. Question 9. What is the Roman numeral for 1,000? Oh, the nerds won a quiz at Moor Farm a while ago, apparently.
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, they did Harry Potter ones and all sorts. Themed ones.
Claire, when you say we, who do you mean? I presume you don't mean Paul. You must mean your mates, do you?
Did Paul come round to pick up table tennis bats? I thought he said he was.
No, he was going to, and then...
Changed his mind.
yes.
Probably because he doesn't play table tennis anymore. That's why.
He's probably forgotten how to pick a bat. What is the Roman numeral for 1,000? And question 10. What do you call a baby kangaroo? That's wrong, by the way.
It's not. I know it's right.
Wait and see the
because
answers.
I know it's right because I'm good with animals. I am good with animals. That's why I'm going to be a falcon trainer.
Question 10. What do you call a baby kangaroo? There's the questions. I'll leave them on the screen for a second.
I don't know if I've ever had a mocha. Are they easy to make at home?
Yes.
You could try and make
They're
one.
not particularly nice.
Have you had one like in Costa or somewhere?
A
Somewhere where
mocha
they
is a coffee with chocolate. If you want to be really specific, it's a latte with hot chocolate powder in it. Essentially, you can have half a pint for just coffee. So if you say it's a type of coffee, you can have half a pint. If you said it was coffee with chocolate, you get the full pint. A barramundi is a fish. It's a South Asian sea bass or something. I should know that really. The average chicken lays 260 eggs per year. Light, of course, travels faster than sound. And the W in George W. Bush's name stands for Walker. The Swedish word we're thinking of is smorgasbord. See what I mean? Like everyone will have said that now because I think pretty much everyone will have heard of that term. But yeah. Now this one is the interesting one. Up until
6 for Lorraine. That's really good.
Up
Hang
until
on. Well, I'm finished. I haven't finished that.
hello. Or maybe she doesn't know the rest of the answer. I don't know.
Unless you got 6 so far.
Yeah, up until when was it? Was it?
I know it was Neil
it
deGrasse.
1990?
Pluto was classed.
Yeah, so basically Pluto was classed as a planet, and then Neil deGrasse Tyson
kicked Pluto out of the solar system.
recategorized it as a dwarf planet, which means that it's not part of our solar system. So it is 8. You can have half a point if you put 9. You can have half a point if you put 9. What's unusual about the tomato soup is it's served cold. The Roman numeral for 1,000 is M, and a baby kangaroo is a Joey. Let us know in chat how you did
I want to
in
know
this
how
round.
Lorraine got 6. I'm imagining now that she's not really playing and she's just kind of guessing the
It could,
times.
it could also be that you knew categorically that you knew that one, for example. Yeah. Let us know your scores, please.
Is my mum in? Have we heard from
Yeah,
Dora
I
Jean?
said Jordy Jeans, yeah.
Ooh, 9 for me, Dad and
9.
Tanya.
It's a cracking star there. Nope, what have we got on here? 5 for Will, 8 for Tequila Mockingbird, 7 for... 6 for the Miserable Gits, 7 for the Nerds, 7 for Team Geordie Jeans. Did anyone get Smorgasbord?
I would never have even thought to guess that, but I say it quite regularly.
Yeah, I know, it's literally all you ever talk about.
Smorgasbords.
Okay, so let's get into round 2.
Trains,
I'll let you introduce this one.
Planes and automobiles. Now, I did have a really good idea when I thought of doing this round. And I was going to make it all about the movie. It doesn't say, it's all about trains, planes, and automobiles, and literally just do 10 questions on the movie.
That would have been really good for the 90% of our audience who've never seen that film.
I bet a lot of people have seen it. I think it's a good movie.
Anyway, are you ready?
It's actually about trains, planes, and automobiles.
Dale got smorgasbord.
Transport systems. Right, question 1. Which train station features a homage to platform 9 3/4?
Adele and AJ got 9.5 in that round and did get smorgasbord. So well done.
Yeah, that's really good.
I think that's the highest round so far.
So again, that is which train station features a homage to platform 9 3/4? And most people probably know this already, but for those of you who don't, platform 9 3/4 is the platform that they get on to get the train to Hogwarts in Harry Potter. But because it's based at a train station in the books and movies, the actual train station has put a little trolley.
Clues? Giveaways?
I think that's a fair enough. Because if people don't know what platform 9 3/4 is from, then they might not know. And
the first bit of what you said was
everybody needs to be on a heel.
10 for Av and Bill. 10. Ooh. Very impressive.
Right, question 2. Who appeared in Top Gear alongside Richard Hammond and Jeremy Clarkson from 2003 to 2015? Well, similarly to you, the person that this is talking about, I used to have, they used to be my celebrity crush, this person.
Well, am I your celebrity crush now?
Yeah, now you are.
Now that
we've got a kind of local celebrity with a quiz.
Now that I'm on YouTube. I was already on YouTube, Penny. We've got loads of table tennis videos if anyone wants to watch them.
Subscriber. Question 2.
Hey, I've got like 70, I think.
So that is who appeared in Top Gear alongside Richard Hammond and Jeremy Clarkson from 2003 to 2015. Can you remember when Richard Hammond had that really nice...
132 subscribers? I don't care. That's way more important.
Can you remember how many? 132?
132 subscribers. Woo!
Can you remember when Richard Hammond had that really nasty accident?
Yeah, it was fine not long after.
It was bad though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was bad, yeah.
Okay, question 3. The CAA is the organisation responsible for setting flying safety regulations and rules in the UK. What does CAA stand for? They're the people who said that, you've got to be over 5'2" to be a pilot.
They made a good choice.
The CAA is the organisation... Hang on, I'm trying to read questions here.
Yeah, I know, but this is important. Thank you. Av and Bill have just texted to say that we've frozen. Can anyone confirm? They did have this problem last week, and I don't think anyone else did. Can someone let us know if we are still here, please?
Will got smorgasbord. Good that he's on his own tonight as well.
Yep. Yeah, okay, we're fine. Carry on.
Right. The CAA is the organisation responsible for setting flying safety regulations in the UK. What does CAA stand for?
We'll have to remember, just in case it does. It has
like 20 minutes
frozen.
This
just to put the question on at the end for a little bit longer.
We'll check back in by then, I'm sure. Question 4. What is the name of the famous express passenger train that has operated between Edinburgh and London since 1862? Still operates, I think. Every time I say or hear or read the word express, all I can hear in my head is Gordon from Thomas the Tank Engine saying express coming through. So question 4 is, what is the name of the famous express passenger train that has operated between Edinburgh and London since 1862? It's an anagram as well, for those of you who don't already know the answer, but I imagine a few people will already get this one without the anagram. So the anagram says, I'm golf mystics. Got golf in, look.
Yeah, very good.
Question 5. Which famous car did Professor Caractacus Potts drive? This one is fictitious.
I'm just going to go and shut that door.
Yeah, we've got the washer on.
Why are you always...
We've got a house viewing tomorrow, so I'm trying to get on top of things tonight to make sure the place is tidy. I've got like 100 loads of washing to get through. So question 5, which famous car did Professor Caractacus Potts drive? And again, that one is
Dale's just literally said, is
fictitious.
that your washing machine spinning?
It's very loud. It shouldn't be. We only bought it in May last year. It shouldn't be that loud. It's quite new. Question 6. Which airport uses the code CDG? So question 6 is, which airport uses the code CDG? What are you doing? Are you in the YouTube chat?
None of your business.
Question 7. On which train was Cassetti, also known as... Is that how you say that? Cassetti? I've only ever seen that written down.
I have no idea who that is.
Also known as Edward Ratchet, killed. So on which train was Cassetti, who was also known as Edward Ratchet, killed? Slight clue for this one. I believe this person is fictitious, but the train is real. We've unfrozen now.
Yeah.
Question 8. What type of car was used in the Back to the Future movies? Now the company who did this particular car weren't in operation very long, were they? It was something like 1975 to 1982 and then that was it.
I didn't know that.
So question 8 is, what type of car was used in the Back to the Future movies? Question 9. The senior pilot is the captain on a plane. What name is used to refer to the co-pilot?
Now, there's an interesting question though. I presume you're talking about like a consumer travel, what do they call it, commercial aeroplane, because it'll be different in the RAF. Actually, it might not be.
I don't think so.
It might not be.
I don't think the RAF have in their planes.
Some planes will have, yeah, and the bigger ones, I
Will?
imagine.
You can answer that?
Will, yeah, let us know.
I just mean like a normal commercial jet. Question 9. The senior pilot is the captain on board a plane. What name is used to refer to the co-pilot? Question 10. Last one. Who starred alongside Steve Martin in the 1987 movie Trains, Planes and Automobiles? I had to get it in there somewhere.
She's doing it again. That Alice in Germany is
God,
asking for assistance.
You know what it is? I don't trust her not to answer the geography round.
She works as part of the UK justice system.
Say no more. This is why it's reasons like this why it's skewed.
She's probably been out protecting statues today as well.
Who starred alongside Steve Martin in the 1987 movie Trains, Planes and Automobiles? The best quote from that movie is when they're in bed together, when they have to share a hotel and he says, "Where's your hand?" And the other one goes, "It's between two pillows." And Steve Martin says, "Those aren't pillows." Watch the movie. There was a movie that was based on this as well, with Robert Downey Jr. in.
Are you saying that one again, or have you already done?
Oh, I've done it. What was it called? Due Date. With him from The Hangover and Robert Downey Jr.
Right. Okay, so we'll leave the questions on for just a little minute there because in case we froze.
God. It won't be long before she starts just awarding herself half points willy-nilly as well.
Well, they've already done that.
Okay. Which train station features a homage to platform 9 3/4? It's fine?
No, it's not, because I think they might have missed 2 questions. So I want them to
I can see them now. It would have been halfway through, so we're good. It is King's Cross. Who appeared in Top Gear alongside Richard Hammond and Jeremy Clarkson? It was James May. The CAA is the organisation responsible for flying safety, and CAA stands for the Civil Aviation Authority. And the name of the famous express passenger train that operates between Edinburgh and London is the Flying Scotsman. I've seen one of those.
Here's a really interesting fact for you.
I know what you're going to say, and it is interesting. It really is.
In Thomas the Tank Engine, the Flying Scotsman is Gordon's brother.
Flying Scotsman coming through. We seen that. Remember when we went to...
we
saw it at the York Railway Museum. There was like an older version of it. There, it had a whole...
Oh, yeah.
I love trains. Caractacus Potts drove Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And the airport that uses the code CDG is Charles de Gaulle in Paris. And Edward Ratchet was killed on the Orient Express. The type of car used in the Back to the Future movies is DeLorean. Duncan is literally fact-checking the airport.
No, I wasn't sure about the spell.
The senior pilot, here you go, Alison, it's also known as the first officer.
William, I'm still waiting for an explanation as to whether or not that's accurate for the RAF, etc. as well.
And who starred alongside Steve Martin in the 1987 movie Trains, Planes and Automobile? It was John Candy. May he rest in peace.
Let us know your scores, please, for round 2.
Taking some slow adders tonight.
I think we might have a little bit of a delay, to be honest. I'm not yet.
8 for Roscoe.
Nice.
Or the Cheerios or whatever they're called.
Oh, got it anyhow, yeah.
Yeah, of course they did. Another beer?
I think I'm alright, thanks. Oh, 10 for Charlie's Angels. 9 for Tracy. 10 for Tequila Mockingbird.
I told you transport would be a good run.
Yeah, the only one that I found, well, obviously I didn't know Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but the Civil Aviation Authority, I couldn't guess that one. Nice scores, people. 8 for Faith and James. Faith, is James playing tonight? I presume if you got 8 on that round, he must be. Yeah. So, okay, round 3. Sport, as usual. Let's get stuck in. England rugby player Mike Tindall married which member of the British royal family in 2011?
Don't know this one.
I think you might do when you see the answer. No, it's not Prince Charles. No.
That's the only member of the royal family I know. That's not the main ones. And it's definitely not a main one that I know. And the main ones that I do know abdicated anyway.
England.
I'm sorry, is that annoying?
England rugby player. Well, no, but at least when I do it, it's interesting. You know what I mean? England rugby player Mike Tindall married which member of the British royal family in 2011? Question 2. In which city was tennis player Martina Navratilova born? It's a bit of a tricky one because I've asked for the city rather than the country, so...
So Will's just explained the whole pilot situation, and it sounds a lot like not Formula 1, rally drivers, where the one who's not the first officer is actually like the navigator. Kind of, is that right? Is that?
I mean, you probably misinterpreted it, but I can't read it at the moment. So, in which city was tennis player Martina Navratilova born? 8 for Avril and Bill in that previous round.
Noted.
Question 3. On a standard dartboard, which number lies between 9 and 11? And while I say that, I'm just going to quickly fact check my own answer.
I've got another question for Will. What is that big RAF plane, the big, massive grey one? Because we live under a flight path and we see it pass by sporadically. What is that plane? Is that some kind of, like, what did you say it was? It was huge.
Right, my answer...
Did you say it was flying other planes?
My answer to this question is incorrect.
Are you even listening?
No,
Is this on?
No, hope not. I was... right.
Oh, wait,
So
Will's typing, Will heard.
the answer that I've got for this is wrong, so that's good. I'm not sure how I got it wrong. I think it's because I did it from memory, and obviously I haven't got a very good memory. Question 4. Which famous racehorse is buried next to the finishing post of the Aintree racecourse?
That one.
Yes.
You said you thought that it might... You know that big plane that flies overhead? The big grey RAF one? You thought that might have, like, other planes inside?
No, I did not.
You did?
No. I said it was a transporter for vehicles, not for other planes.
Well, planes are vehicles.
It could have been like a carrying tanks or something like that.
Will says there are a lot of big grey aircraft. It's got the RAF logo on the back of it. That's the right.
Sorry,
it's
Will,
like
I'm
massive.
sorry.
The house shakes and it flies overhead.
She's had a beer.
No,
so.
it's not.
Which famous racehorse is buried next to the finishing post of the Aintree racecourse?
The Emirates ones are quite big. It's like 7 Emirates ones smooshed together.
Question 5. Which English snooker player is nicknamed the Rocket?
Interesting fact.
Don't give any clues away, yeah?
Well, is this going to be a clue?
Well, yes, because that's
I'll give it in the
that's
answer.
not the answer, but
I'll withhold that information. People can't wait now. Everyone's on the edge of their seat wanting to know what I'm going to say.
which I think everyone's thinking, will she shut
Should I start
up?
talking about my wellies yet?
Which English snooker player is nicknamed the Rocket? Question 6. How many coloured rings are on the Olympic flag? You know the answer to that one? It's not 19, no.
What do the rings represent? Do you know that so you can talk about it?
No, couldn't care less. Could not care less. How many coloured rings are on the Olympic flag?
When are the Olympics? Are they not meant to be this year? Or were they meant to be this year initially? In Korea? Did I dream that?
Yeah. Question 7. Which English football club is television cook Delia Smith connected to?
She's not the flirtatious one, is she?
Are you talking about Nigella Lawson? Yeah. Anyone that knows Delia Smith would certainly not describe her as flirtatious. Look her up.
Well, it doesn't matter what she looks like. You can still be flirtatious.
Which English football club is television cook Delia Smith, the flirtatious one, connected to?
Oh, look at that, man. You tell me she's not flirtatious.
I think if you've ever seen any of her programmes. Question 8. Which US golfers' first names are Eldrick Tont? Do you know the answer to this one?
Obviously not.
Okay.
I know you talk about golf a lot, but in my head it's just like blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, now you know how I feel about wellies.
That was really important.
No.
I know nobody's replied to anything about my welly comment apart from your dad.
Saint Delia. Which
Just
US
like that,
golfers'
just
first names are Eldrick Tont? I don't think Delia Smith ever even flirted with her husband.
I don't know who Delia Smith is. I don't think.
She's a little bit before your time, to be fair. Question 9. Galatasaray are a football team based in which European country? Why have you opened the door again? You've opened the door and left the washing machine noise on. Oh, that's all right then. I mean, don't worry about the people at home listening on their TVs and that. That's absolutely fine.
If it's not doing that shaky thing now, it's fine.
Galatasaray are a football team based in which European country?
I like Lorraine Pascal.
Right, I don't know which country she plays football in. Question 10. Which boxer won the WBA and IBF World Heavyweight Championships in 1994, becoming the oldest heavyweight champion in history?
I don't know. I only know like one boxer. No, he's MMA. No, what do you call the Irish one? The one who's famous for...
Conor McGregor.
Is he boxer or MMA?
MMA. He did have a boxing fight, I believe, to see if he could win with just his fists. And I think he got absolutely destroyed. I can't remember though.
Do we like him or not like him? What's the general consensus with Conor McGregor?
He's very good. He was a very good MMA
No, but
fighter,
is he like Raj in some way?
He's very weird. Very, very strange.
Is he the gypsy one?
He is a traveller, is he? Yes. Yeah. That's our YouTube channel banned. I don't say it in public.
You did say
Definitely
gypsy
traveller.
I
did
you did
not.
About the...
Which boxer
the big house over there.
won the... Not on stream. Which boxer won the WBA
Sorry.
and IBF World Heavyweight Championships in 1994, becoming the oldest heavyweight champion in history? What are you laughing at?
That funny face he just pulled.
Mike Tyndall married Zara Phillips. Do you not know that one? Oh, I thought you might have. Okay. Martina Navratilova was born in Prague. On a standard dartboard, the number that lies between 9 and 11 is not 5. It is 14. The answer is 14, so please ignore that.
I would have thought 10.
Legitimately not sure where I got 5 from. I think 5 might be on the other side, and I've just mixed it up. Anyway, it's 14. 14, 1-4. 5 does not get you half a point for me being thick. Red rum is buried next to the finishing post of Aintree.
Now hang on, that brought back a memory when I said that before, because me Nana Norma, my dad's mum, used to have a picture of a horse's head on the wall in our dining room, and my dad told me that was red rum, but that it was his horse. I'm sure
well,
that's
your
what
dad said he owned red rum.
I think so.
Right.
Like when I was little, unless I'm remembering wrong.
Ronnie O'Sullivan is the rocket. The rocket Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Unless it wasn't red
There
rum,
are
and that was
5 coloured rings on the Olympic flag. Delia Smith is connected to Norwich. Eldrick Tunt.
How?
They are the first names that she owns it. She owns it. She part owns Norwich.
Really?
Yep. She hasn't got a massive stake anymore, I don't think, but she part owns it. Tiger Woods, so his name is Eldrick Tunt Tiger Woods, I think. Actually, I don't know if Tiger's a nickname or a middle name, but whatever. Galatasaray are Turkish, and the boxer in question was George Foreman.
Then red rum is murder backwards. Look.
Oh, well spotted.
I don't think I spotted that. I think I knew that from The Shining.
Let us know your scores, please.
It's break time now, isn't it? So if anyone needs a wee, and we can shut the kitchen door and stop the washing machine from being so loud.
8 for the miserable gits.
8 for Faith, 10 for Alison, 10 for
Tequila Mongboard, 10 mocking.
9 for Faith.
Right, if Faith's getting 9 on the sport round, actually no, she's got James.
10 for, I don't know, is that ST Saint? 10 for Tracy.
Stephen and Tracy.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's like Saint. What? There's got to be a better name for that team.
10 for Team Geordie Jeans. Yeah, I've maybe made that a little bit easy this round. But
no,
it
like
balances out
it
because
felt like a good
the
mix
geography and history is a little bit more challenging this week, I think. So should balance out a bit. Okay, so it is now break time.
Hang on, before we go to the break, my 2 rounds in the second half, so we've got music coming up and film and TV by me, they are themed. And
well, there's no point saying that now.
Because people might want some thinking space. That's why I'm saying it now.
Oh,
so I want to contemplate it over the break. So they are themed around places in geography in general. So all of the answers are themed around places.
Okay, so same crack as always. Here's the picture round. We'll be back at about 8:43 or thereabouts. See you soon. And we are back.
Hello. Ow.
So, round 4.
Music.
Actually, should we give people a few seconds?
Yeah, let everybody get back. So can I tell everyone about my wellies now? I can't do it. Fine. Really interesting too.
Go on.
Okay, music. Question 1. Remember, this is themed around places and geography. So, question 1. Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane, or the opening lines to which song? I forgot to shut the kitchen door. Sorry. I had to have a cheese string in the break from starting, and I accidentally left the kitchen door. So question 1, put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane, or the opening lines to which song? Question 2.
This is why you need to move.
Where was the midnight train heading in the hit song by Gladys Knight? Now I need to mention Claire in this one because I nicked this from her quiz because I loved this question. I thought it was great. And then subsequently themed the entire round around it. So where was the midnight train heading in the hit song by Gladys Knight? You know, there was one time me and my mum were in the bar that used to be called Last Orders near Whitley Bay Ice Rink, and we just randomly sang this.
Oh.
Not on karaoke or anything, we just sang it in the bar. It was great.
Really
Everybody loved it. It was great. Question 3. Which American singer-songwriter had a hit with Coming to America? So question 3 is, which American singer-songwriter had a hit with Coming to America? If you want a slight clue, I think the song might have been released in 1980. I'm willing to be corrected on that, but I think it might have been around 1980 time. Question 4. Which hymn begins with the line, and did those feet in ancient times walk upon England's mountain green? Are you sitting on Twitter when I'm reading quiz questions to the nation?
You know I don't like this round.
Question 4 is, which hymn begins with the line,
I'm actually watching a golf
and
swing.
did those feet in ancient time walk upon England's mountain green? Will says 1980 rings a bell. I swear that wasn't important. Yeah. I don't get that.
I mean, I wasn't born then.
I know,
so
neither was I, and he definitely wasn't. So, are we missing something?
Oh, I wasn't listening at all.
I was 87. Question 5.
Sure.
Which band released the song Rotterdam in 1996? So question 5 is, which band released the song Rotterdam in 1996? Do you know where Rotterdam is? Do you actually? Do you?
In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think I've been.
Oh, Des, because Des is 40, isn't he? We did a Des quiz. How do we forget that?
But that doesn't make it an important year. It's not like it's me.
I think that's super important. Question 6. Dirty Old River, Must You Keep Rolling, Flowing Into the Night, or the opening lines to which song by the Kings? This is one of them where when you read it written down and don't hear the tune in your head, it's not that obvious, which is why I put the Kings in. Otherwise I would have just said which song. But other than that, I think this is a really obvious one. Dirty Old River, Must You Keep Rolling, Flowing Into the Night, or the opening lines to which song by the Kings? I think there might even be a musical named after that song. Question 7. Oh. Name all 3 Massive victims. Now that's probably not question 7 when it comes to the answers. There was a lot of copy and paste in this week. I asked you to QA this. What were you doing sitting here on the laptop?
Have you noticed how it's my fault that she's made a mistake? This is the story of my life.
No, I did this as well. I was prepared for this round. I did this yesterday.
Yeah, you've prepared
so
really
there
well.
will be probably a question 7 in the answers that isn't this question 7. So just disregard this for now and leave question 7 on your answer sheet blank. Question 8. The feeling has gone, only you and I, it means nothing to me, are lines from which 1980 song? This proves to me that I've definitely done them right, so I'll be able to read you the question for question 7. Hang on. Because I took a photo of the answer.
Just put the answer, put the question.
So I'll just read it out, give people a chance. It was question 5 that was missing. So I obviously put it in the... Never mind. It's confusing. If we pop up with a slide that is not in the right place, then we'll know why. Otherwise this round's going to have to be out of 9. So question 8. The feeling has gone, only you and I. It means nothing to me. Are lines from which 1980 song? You know why? You know why it is? It's because I was writing the questions on the computer and then putting them in the laptop. Question 9. What is the opening line to Africa by Toto?
Doing a good job.
Well, I know what the question was. I can read it out. So question 9 is, what is the opening line to Africa by Toto?
Are you going to the next one?
Yep. Question 10. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? Or lyrics from which 2013 song? So question 10 is, but if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? Or lyrics from which 2013 song? Now the answer slide is all skew with as well, because they're all in the wrong order.
Oh.
So can we just go back? Put the answers on for a second. put the answers on for a second, and then we'll correct them. So hang on. See, we're right. Complete the missing lyrics. It's number 5. Number 5's knocked off kilter. Can people see this else? Right, we're going to put the answers on. Number 5 is the one that's knocked off.
But I thought wasn't it question 7 that we missed? So how does that work?
Because what I did was, I was picking and choosing where I put them. I wasn't doing them in order.
Basically, you've swapped 5 and 7, haven't you? That's it.
Go back. Look at number 6. Sorry. This is my fault.
Yeah, you've just swapped 5 and 7. But okay, you haven't got the question.
Right, okay, so question 7 is a complete the missing lyrics question.
That's good. Right, so this is question 7.
I'm just gonna read it out to you, okay? So question 7 is, feel I'm going back to blank. Something's telling me I must go home. So it's the word that we're missing is the blank one there.
So on
and
the
then
answers,
5 and 7 are the wrong way around.
On the answers, question 7 that you can see on the answers was actually question 5. You should have still had question 7 blank, and Lucy will read the lyrics one more time.
I feel like I'm going to read it with the tune just to give you a fighting chance, because when they're not written down it's hard. So, feel I'm going back to blanky blank blank.
That was mint.
Something's telling me I must go.
Excellent.
And the lights
stop.
all go down in blank.
Anyway, let's go. Go on, answers. Do you want me walking in Memphis was to question 1. The midnight train was heading to Georgia. The American singer-songwriter who sang Coming to America was Neil Diamond. And the hymn that Lucy was on about is Jerusalem.
Right, I remember this is number 7.
Number 7, so number 5, which band released the song Rotterdam? That was, come back to that one. So this one, this one's number 7. So Massachusetts is that horrible thing that she was just singing there. Number 6 was Waterloo Sunset. Number 5 was The Beautiful South. The feeling has gone, only you and I, it means nothing to me, was Vienna. The opening line to Africa by Toto is, I hear the drums echoing tonight. And the answer to question 10 was Pompeii.
So see, they were all place themed. It was such a good idea.
Let us know how you scored
for this.
in that really, really good round.
Can I just ask if anybody got the blanky blank one right when we were just verbally saying it? When I was just verbally saying it. So if you got blanky blank blank is Massachusetts, can you let me know, please? Because I was way out.
5 for Faith and James, 9 for Charlie's Angels. They're scoring well again.
I hope the 9 wasn't because of the blanky blank blank one.
4 for Will.
They were named after places.
There's a bit of a common theme here, Will. Don't take this the wrong way, but when Claire's with you, you tend to do a lot better.
My mum got blanky blank blank.
8 for Avon Bill, 10 for Tequila Mockingbird.
Nobody's mentioning that my phone's died. Can
8 for Team Geordie Jeans.
Is anybody...
8 for Tracy and Stephen. 4 for Lorraine. 8 for your dad and Tan.
Did anybody get the blanky blank blank one?
Anyway, round 5, history and geography.
Mm-hmm.
So last week's winners were Charlie's Angels. We found out eventually. Alison and Rob, who are 2 of the 3 players in Charlie's Angels, have written this week's history and geography round. So they are not going to take part in this round, but my dad, who is the 3rd part of Charlie's Angels, will do on his own. If you win this week and you want to write one of my rounds, you are more than welcome to. The offer is there, but obviously you don't have to if you don't want to. So, let's get stuck.
Dale got blanky blank blank.
Where's he said that?
On the YouTube channel.
Well done.
All does better with a Claire too. That's what Claire said.
Question 1. The name Peloponnesian, I think that's how you pronounce it, would apply to the inhabitants of which country? Peloponnesian. Why did I put this one in? They gave us more than 10 questions, so I could have chosen not to put this one in.
That's a cool idea.
If I'd known that I wouldn't be able to pronounce it. The name Peloponnesian would apply to the inhabitants of which country? Question 2. What does NATO stand for?
Heard of it, but I've only ever
You've
heard
got
of it as NATO.
panda eyes now.
I'm
from
sorry,
your
but
crying.
that was so funny. We're going to end up on some kind of quiz outtakes reel on 8 out of 10 casters.
I'm not. Just be you.
Quiz fails. Some quiz fails compilation.
What does NATO stand for? She was very easily amused. Question 3. Who was the US president during their Civil War? There is a possible bonus point available for this question if you can give us some similar information.
What?
That's all I'm going to say, right? So if you know the answer to this question, there's a possibility that you will also know a little bit more of, like, a little bit more information that is similar to this question, but I'm not going to give any
I know
of that.
none of this information, and I can't even think of anything that would be similar to this information. Can you try and sing it? I'm checking your emails.
Yeah, because I'm just double checking the bonus point answer. I didn't include it as a bit of text, but it is actually quite good. Yeah. Okay. So, who was the US president during their Civil War? Okay, I'll give you a bit more of a clue on this for the bonus point. There was another president at that time.
How could you have 2 presidents?
Interesting question.
Oh, is that like the King of the North in Game of Thrones? No, but is it though? Is it though? Is it though? Is it though?
Question 4. In what year did the Chernobyl nuclear disaster occur? If you haven't seen the recent Chernobyl drama on Netflix, I would strongly recommend it. It is one of my favourite. You
literally told me not to watch it. You said you won't cope with this. Do not watch it.
Yeah, it's only because I think wasn't it something to do with animals getting hurt? Yeah. I'm not actually sure if they did in the end though. Anyway, but yeah, absolutely phenomenal bit of TV. Highly recommended. In what year did the Chernobyl nuclear disaster occur?
You can still go there, you know. That keeps popping up on Holiday Pirates on my Facebook feed, selling holidays at Chernobyl. Why would you want to go there?
No, I would quite like to go there.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though there's still remnants of the radiation?
Yeah, well, you get a Geiger counter and stuff, can't you? It's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Question 5. The killing fields were in which country? There's a possibility that I've actually already had this question in one of my quizzes, but I'm not sure if I included it or not, so. The killing fields were in which country? Question 6. When did Christopher Columbus discover America?
It was him that said the world was round, isn't it?
I don't know if he was the first person to say that.
He did. He was definitely one of the first because that's why he did it. Is that right? Someone will be able to correct us on that, I'm sure. Because there's a song. They all laughed at Christopher
I think we've had enough of your singing, to be honest.
when he said the world.
Question 6. When did Christopher Columbus discover America? Question 7. In which European country was the Battle of Agincourt fought? Do you know the answer to this question?
Well, you said it with a funny accent, so I can guess.
That was not a Pakistani accent.
I haven't wrote anything yet.
In which European country was the Battle of Agincourt fought?
If you were reading me, you would have said Agincourt.
I wasn't pretending to be you. Otherwise I would have gone, in which European country was the Battle of Agincourt fought?
I'm not from Sunderland.
That's not a Macam accent.
It is.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
It was. It sounded like Bash and Dash.
I didn't say keys.
Look, what's this?
Keys.
Keys
Keys are these.
Is that right or not?
Yeah. Question 8. Who was the president of the National Union of Mine Workers during the 84 to 85 miners' strike? Do you know the answer to this one?
Was that Chris like a pussy? I'm sorry. I really hope the film and TV round is in the right order.
Who was the president of the National Union of Mine Workers during the 1984 to 1985 miners' strike?
To be fair, I've had a lot on. Trying to get organised for the viewing and various job stuff.
Question 9. The Yellow River flows through which country? No?
Not unless it's this one. But I don't remember it being yellow. No?
I mean, you've just named another river.
No, but I thought that might have been a nickname. So that doesn't sound like a real name for a river, does it?
The Yellow River flows through which country?
I went in a river today. And do you want to know what happened?
Question 10. Anzac Day commemorates the sacrifice of which country's armed forces? Now is not the time to be laughing, Lucy.
I'm sorry, I was just going to say something about my wellies. I'm staying off camera until I can compose myself.
You want to hurry up? Question 10.
You know the answers.
Anzac Day commemorates the sacrifice of which country's armed forces?
You look at the Diet Coke, man.
Look at a Diet Coke, man.
Yeah, you do all these like poses.
God, you must
Stretching.
be drunk.
Loves it really.
The name Peloponnesian would apply to the inhabitants of Greece. NATO stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The US president during their civil war was Abraham Lincoln. Now, for a bonus point, if you mentioned the fact that there was also a President of the Confederate States of America. So that's like the two sides of the Civil War.
Are they all one now, though?
You can have half a point for that. And if you gave the name of Jefferson Davis, then you can have a full extra bonus point. So you can potentially score 11 points on this round. So is that
Civil War what then combined all of the states?
United States of America, yeah.
See, I don't often know the answers to this round at all, but I always learn something. I think that's just as important.
Chernobyl occurred in 1986. The killing fields were in Cambodia. Columbus discovered America in 1492. The Battle of Agincourt was fought in France. Thanks for that giveaway, by the way.
It was you that said it in the accent.
Yeah, but
Where was the Battle of Agincourt?
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I did, yeah. Agincourt. It was Arthur Scargill who was the president of the NUM for the famous miners' strike. The Yellow River flows through China, and Anzac Day commemorates the sacrifice of Australia and New Zealand's armed forces. Might have been a little bit of a giveaway in the ANZ.
I want to know how Charlie's Angels did on this round.
To be fair,
Charlie.
I can see my dad getting at least 8 on here. So yeah, let us know your scores, please. Let us know how you did. If Dad gets 11, then we might have to have words.
Oh man.
Oh, hang on. I've just missed Claire and Dale are saying that we're out of sync again.
I haven't got my phone because it died. So
William got 11.
William did.
Yeah,
it's almost
William
like his mother wrote the questions.
They don't live together though, so.
No, but she probably drilled this stuff into him as he was growing up, like we do with Thomas
10
Duncan.
for Avon Bill.
That's really good. I wouldn't have known any of it. Hang on, what would I have known? Right, okay, so I speak a fair bit of Greek and I wouldn't have known the Greece one. I wouldn't have known Abraham Lincoln.
11 for Alan. Dirty.
Oh my god, he's cheating.
No, to be fair, I can imagine him getting most of them. He loves his geography and his history. 9 for Adele and AJ. 5 for the nerds.
Right.
Right, so what we're doing
without word of a lie, I would have got the France one, and that's because you said it in a French accent.
Anyway, can you please tell us if we are out of sync? I don't know if we've kind of caught up.
I'm back. I'm composed now.
So before we get into the next round, can you just tell me if my mouth is moving at the same time as you hear the sound?
Can we freeze this so I can check the next round just to make sure it's in the right order?
No, but I can kind of go backwards and stuff. Right, apparently we are fine. And Av says, wonderful singing. Bill recognised it straight away. You crawler.
See, Blanky
Absolute
Blank.
crawler.
Every time you hear that song now, everyone's going to be like, Blanky Blank Blank.
Right, so
Trendsetter.
There are people saying that we're out of sync, so bear with us for 2 seconds, please. I'm just going to do our little trick. Okay, I think we should be back now. So again, can people tell me if we are back in sync? Is that okay? Right, okay, we are good now. Okay, sweet. Let's go. So, yeah, oh, hang on.
You just take something. Okay, so again, film and TV is the same theme. Hopefully it's in a more coherent order as music. So they are all place themes. So the answers, all the questions are all to do with places. So question 1, Jason Bateman. That's not how I would say that. I'm putting on a voice. Normally I would say Jason Bateman. Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman.
And Laura Linney. Star in which Netflix crime drama? I'd be very surprised if Paul doesn't get this. It's all Paul talks about. Like, because he doesn't play table tennis anymore, I think he's replaced this.
Yeah.
So question 1 is Jason Bateman and Laura Linney star in which Netflix crime drama? Laura Linney was in Love Actually, wasn't she? And was she in Frasier?
Oh yeah, she was in Love Actually, yeah.
Was she in Frasier though? Was she in, your dad will know that. I bet your dad will know if she was in
remember it in Frasier.
She was definitely in Love Actually because she was the one who, like the guy from The Office, but she had a brother with disabilities. Okay, question 2. Which 1981 movie featured Bad Moon Rising as part of its soundtrack? Now, I think this should be obvious, but I know it won't be for everybody because I am probably part of a niche market here. So we've made this into an anagram. 1981 movie. It did have multiple sequels, if I recall correctly, but it's this one we're on about, the first one, and Bad Moon Rising was part of its soundtrack. So was Blue Moon and lots of other hilariously ironic songs. Actually, there's nothing ironic about it. It was just really obvious songs. So, which 1981 movie featured Bad Moon Rising as part of its soundtrack? The anagram is there, so I'll give you a couple of seconds to have a look.
You look tiny on that screen because you're sat miles away.
No, but it's good though, because normally I look really big compared to you now, like that.
No, I mean, that's never true, because the laptop's always closer to me.
It's not, because it's tilted this way, so it looks like I'm a person and you are like my hand puppet sitting on my knee, or like one of them creepy dolls, like I'm a ventriloquist. I don't like it. So there you go. Question 2. Question 3. Where does Count Von Count live? Now remember, these are all places.
Just had the washer finish.
Yay! It's the dog's washing. It's done. Question 3. Where does Count Von Count live? So they're place themed. We don't need like his house number or anything like that. Otherwise it would be, I live at number 1. No. Question 4. In which movie does Tom Hanks play a lawyer who was infected with AIDS? Someone famous released a song as part of the soundtrack of this film, and I feel like it might have been Bruce Springsteen or someone like that, but I'm not 100% sure. I might be making that up, but...
Never seen the film, so...
In which movie does Tom Hanks play a lawyer who is infected with AIDS? Now, if we think of all the Tom Hanks movies, just try and think of the ones that are named after places and then narrow it down. So that's question 4. Question 5. JR, Bobby and Sue Ellen are characters in which classic TV show? Now, this was in the, 70s, 80s? The show, I think, might have been redone since then. We have had a question based on this show very, very, very early on.
I didn't know the answer to this question.
Well, it was who shot JR. But yeah, there you go. So JR, Bobby and Sue Ellen are characters from which classic TV show? Question 6. In which movie do Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson, so straight away it's good because they're both in Harry Potter, play hitmen awaiting orders from their ruthless boss in Belgium? The boss is also in Harry Potter.
Who's Colin Farrell playing Harry Potter?
He isn't in Harry Potter. He's in the Harry Potter franchise of Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts, yeah.
So, there you go. It's a full Harry Potter world cast. So in which movie do Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson play hitmen awaiting orders from their ruthless Harry Potter starring boss in Belgium?
Who's that boss like? Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So there you go. So they're in Belgium, but the movie is also the name of the place. Question 7. Which classic American sitcom starred John Lithgow as Dr. Dick Solomon?
John who?
Lithgow. How do you say it?
Lithgow? It's just Lithgow. You said Lithgow.
It's Lithgow.
You
Ask
did,
your dad.
You did a famous Alan Raid.
It's Lithgow.
Mars Bar.
Star Wars.
Lithgow.
Which classic American sitcom starred John Lithgow as Dr. Dick Solomon? Now, Duncan, when I asked him this, couldn't answer. But just think of all of the sitcoms John Lithgow was in.
I couldn't think of one. But then
it
when
is
you
the
said
only
it,
one.
Yeah, I was going to say, when he said it was
He's
obvious.
mainly like a movie actor. In the other TV shows I've seen him in, definitely on sitcoms. Where he was the baddie. He was that killer in Dexter.
Yeah, that was the best series of Dexter.
But he was also in Harry and the Hendersons.
Well, that was a sitcom. So
no, it wasn't. That's a movie, man.
Oh. But
a sitcom isn't a movie. That's a comedy movie. A sitcom is a TV show. A situational comedy.
No, but it doesn't... You can have sitcom movies, though.
No. Question 8. You can't.
100%
I promise you can't. Where was Julia Roberts, just a girl, standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her? Very, very, very famous quote from a movie that is named after the place. So, where was Julia Roberts, just a girl, standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her? Look at you checking.
You're actually right.
I know I'm right. It's not that rare.
Actually, no, it is. It's very rare.
Because it's question 9. Betty, Veronica, Archie and Jughead are the main characters in which Netflix drama? Now, anyone who knows me knows I love this drama because it's so terrible, but it's so good. But at the same time, this is based on a comic book, which I think could cause confusion for people who know the characters. So it's the Netflix drama that we are after. So what is the name of the drama? Or if you read the comic book, maybe it's the place where they live. Betty, Veronica, Archie and Jughead are the main characters in which Netflix drama?
So the reason it has to be a show is because it's a cast of characters that it's a fixed cast of characters over multiple episodes. But the word situational comedy don't imply that.
But you don't ever hear that when people are talking about movie genre. You only hear comedy.
I'll give you that one. I'm always happy to admit my mistakes.
You're going to use this when I say you never admit you're wrong, you go, well, remember that quiz? It's on video. Question 10. Which 1993 romantic comedy, see that's a movie, you know that straight away, because you don't have a romantic comedy TV show, starred Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks. Now, I know you'll all say if Meg Ryan...
Game of Thrones is then, if it's not a romantic comedy.
I would say that it was just a caper, if anything else.
A caper.
Which 1993...
It's a camp caper.
Romantic slapstick? It's just slapstick. The Red Wedding.
The Red Wedding was...
I still have nightmares about it. Question 10. Which 1993 romantic comedy starred Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks? Now you're all going to be sitting there going, hang on, Meg Ryan, Tom Hanks, they were in like 3 movies together. But what you need to remember is this round is based on places.
Also, I'd imagine that it wasn't all in the same year.
Well, I wouldn't be able to differentiate from memory though. Would you?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. I know you love one of them in particular. You were a big fan of one of the Meg Ryan, Tom Hanks combos. It's not that one. Right, so... Answers. Jason Bateman and Laura Linney star in Ozark, which is a place. See, it's themed. It's loosely themed, but it's themed. The 1981 movie that featured Bad Moon Rising as part of its soundtrack is An American Werewolf in London. Count Von Count lives on Sesame Street. The movie where Tom Hanks plays a lawyer who has AIDS is Philadelphia. JR, Bobby and Sue Ellen are characters in Dallas. In which movie do Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson play hitmen? It is In Bruges, which is a phenomenal movie, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Genuinely sensational movie. Not just because they're in Harry Potter. Which classic American sitcom did John Lithgow play Dr. Dick Solomon? It was Third Rock from the Sun.
Have you done that again
intentionally? Earth, which is a place.
Have you done that again intentionally?
No, that's how I say
Lithgow.
it. Julia Roberts was just a girl standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her. She was standing in Notting Hill, which was the name of the movie and the place. Oh my God, Lucy, you're amazing. I can hear everybody clapping. Betty, Veronica, Archie and Jughead are the main characters in Riverdale. And the 1993 romantic comedy starring Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks, which isn't Duncan's favourite from their pairings, was Sleepless in Seattle. Duncan is a big fan of You've Got Mail.
No, I am not.
Yes, you are.
No.
I went to sleep and you stayed up and watched You've Got Mail because you said it was so good.
I was playing on a computer game in bed.
No, you went. There was no computer.
I just didn't turn it off in the background.
No, you went. There was
That's
no
all there was
computer.
to it.
There was no computer.
I have no idea what happened in that film. Let us know your scores,
both
please.
Both own bookshops. Meg Ryan's is little. Tom Hanks is big. He has a dog. He looks a bit like Vinny. You loved it.
I wouldn't know. I've never seen it.
You loved it.
So six for the nerds.
Perfect.
5 for Faith. 9 for Tequila Mockingbird. 5 for Will. 6 for Rav and Bill. 4 for Dale and Carradine. They say they need to watch more on Netflix. Yeah.
There's only 2 Netflix questions there. Surely they remember Sesame Street.
8 for Charlie's Angels. 8 for Adele and AJ. They've had a good...
what about Geordie Jeans and Lorraine?
Quiz this week. Nothing.
Oh, because they're on my phone, and my phone's over there.
6 for Tracy and Stephen. Okay, so we will go to the picture round.
This is exciting. These are going to kick yourselves.
Yeah, you will.
Especially with number 1.
Yeah.
It looks the same.
So number 1, I legitimately could not get because I thought it was a girl, but it's Jeremy Clarkson, and when you see him, It looks identical. Freddie Mercury, I think the giveaway is probably in the teeth.
I would never have got John Lennon.
Yeah, I never would have got John Lennon.
Sandra
Bullock, pretty easy.
There's Mick Jagger when he was little, and there he is 115 years later.
Banter. Good banter.
Don't worry.
Well done. Madonna, Benedict Cumberbatch, Marilyn Monroe. I think Hugh Grant was reasonably easy. Hugh Grant
looks the same. I think he had a very privileged upbringing.
Lady Gaga. So let us know your scores for that round as well, please. So this week's quiz was out of a possible 71 because of the bonus point in the geography and history.
There would have been 70 had I not.
So let us know your total scores, please. Charlie's Angels, can you make a special effort to get your scores in on time tonight? Thank you.
I don't know, I feel like Avril and Bill might be the ones to... Oh
no,
she got 10, didn't she?
Yeah, they struggle with the film and TV round. They always say it. So 63 for Tequila Mockingbird, 60.5 for Charlie's Angels.
I like it how Sheena said the singing was great, question mark, question.
Dale and Karen only got 1 on the picture round.
What?
1 on the picture round.
Who did it get?
I reckon they probably got
Sandy B.
Sandra Bullock, yeah.
Sandy B.
53 for Team Geordie Jeans, 50 for the Nerds, 52.5 for Tracy and Stephen. They only got 2 on that round. 52 for Dan Tan, 8 for having Bill on the picture round. That's a good effort, mind. 44 for Will. Oh, they got Jeremy Clarkson. I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised at that. I know he does look similar, but I genuinely thought that was a girl. 49 for Adele and AJ. Looks like Tequila Mockingbird are going to be winning. See what Avon Bill's total score was.
Anyone beat 63? That's what you've got to ask.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to work out. They have done well. It's just whether or not... I think they might be on like 62. Paul thought that Jeremy Clarkson was Susan Boyle, and I'm not kidding, right? That's honestly like that's the kind of guess that I would have gone for.
Yeah, but now Paul will just argue all night that it was genuinely Susan Boyle and try
like
and find photos.
I know.
That it's
You're a poor loser, Paul. Sorry.
Did anybody get John Lennon? Because I wouldn't have got John Lennon.
We're just waiting for Avon Bill's final score.
I would have got Sandy B in Hugh Grant.
Oh, total 59. So this week's winners are, with 63 points, Tequila Mockingbird, led by Phoebe. So well done.
Well done, Phoebe.
If you would like to do the general knowledge, sport round next week, we'll maybe leave the geography and history one. I'll do that one. So general knowledge or sport round, I'll give you a message afterwards with some details.
Or if you have an idea for an extra round, we could do my extra one, the random one. That's always different.
Right, yeah, all that apparently. That's a terrible idea. We'll just stick to general knowledge or sport.
General knowledge is always good, and she wanted to do general knowledge last week, so...
So, yeah, thanks for joining us again. We will be back on same time next week, 8 p.m.
Every week I tell you to quality issue my questions, and every week I
don't have enough time or interest to do that. Bye, everyone.
If anybody wants to know what happened with the wellies in the river, just PM me.
Yeah, that'll not be happening. Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming.